RichieV here, and today I'm back with another episode of My Two Dads. Now, today we are up to an episode called Playing with Fire, right here, according to IMDb. So that's what we're up to, Playing with Fire. When a man who the judge sent to prison sends her death threats, she's assigned someone to protect her. Bull Shannon from Night Court. I have seen Night Court. I know who Bull Shannon is. Tall guy, bald head. Okay, let's just watch.
Papers here?
Is that the Sunday paper?
I heard the paper. Dibs on the magazine.
That did not work out as he wished.
Read it. Page 1. Read what Vernon wrote.
I am the cleansing fire. I will smoke out those who judge me. They will stand unprotected, and I will judge them, for I am the avenging flame.
Ooh, the avenging flame. That's what I get when I eat Mexican.
I don't like him talking about smoking out judges. I think he means our judge.
Honey, it's fiction. That's not real.
It's a threat. The book might as well have been tied to a rock and thrown through the judge's window. She is in danger.
Smoke.
Yeah, 8-track tapes flying all over the place.
No, I smell smoke.
There's some here, too.
Vernon.
There's Nicole. Read the book.
Hey, Nicole.
I will burn down the buildings. Those who judge will I judge.
Come on, Michael. Wake up and smell page 57.
Hey, Wacky, it was a grease fire, okay? Klawicki had a grease fire. I know Nicole thinks that the judge is in danger, but you're saying now that we are in danger? Yes. Yeah, hey, I read the book. The guy says that he's gonna burn the buildings where the judges are hiding. Well, we're living in the building where the judge that put the guy away is hiding. That's words. That's just words on paper. Creative writing. You know, you're an artist. You know that creative stuff is nothing. Listen, just don't get paranoid, right? He doesn't even know where she lives. Hey, I'm just being careful. I'm nowhere near paranoid. Wait a minute. Wait.
If the sparrow flies at dawn, will the billy goat know truth?
I forget mine. Hey, guys, I found this in front of the judge's door.
It's Vernon's book,
All right, don't panic, all right?
It is. To Judge Wilbur, I'm burning to see you. All right, so he does know where she lives. We're all gonna die. Judge, Vernon's book was found on your doorstep this morning.
And look what he wrote. I'm burning to see you. That's a threat, Judge.
Sweetie, if I had a nickel for every thread I've gotten, I'd have a little over $1.
Judge, we all admire your courage, okay? But this is getting a little scary.
Yeah, you gotta get yourself some protection.
I'm in terrible danger, I admit it. I need to be protected. From you!
You hired someone to protect a judge without even considering me.
Hey, wait, come on. We thought about you, but what kind of experience you got as a bodyguard?
Hey, 14 years in pro football, I protected the quarterback. Protection was my business. And in those 14 years of my protecting the quarterback, I'll have you know only one died.
Hey, Klawicki, don't. Klawicki, look, the guy that we got, he's a professional officer, and he volunteered for this anyway because he knows the judge personally.
Don't.
And look, he works in a courtroom.
He works in the courthouse.
Heaps. Michael.
What? You got a shrimpy little stenographer? You said you needed somebody who could scare people! You need size, you need big! Who's bigger than me?
Well, Shannon, that's it.
Hi, everybody.
Get your meat hooks off me, you mutant.
She's the feisty one, isn't she? I'm Bull Shannon, bodyguard. Okay, Judge, these folks look safe. Wait a minute. Who's the little guy?
Well, that was good. So far, this show is pretty self-explanatory. The judge put away a crazy arsonist who wrote a book that it's fictional, that he talks about burning down everybody that got in his way, you know, or all the judges or something like that. And now he showed up apparently dropped off a book at her apartment, which means he knows where she lives, and there's been a fire at Klawicki's, which they assume was him. The question is there going to be a swerve? Because this show usually has a swerve. It's not traditionally just linear. At some point, something happens. You think it's about one thing, it turns out to be another. On the other hand, it might just be a straightforward, this guy wants to get her, and now maybe Bull's going to have to save the day or something like that. So we will see if there's going to be a swerve.
Just what do you think you're doing?
What's it look like, Bullet Head? I'm pouring coffee.
Bullet Head.
How do I know it's not poisoned?
Bull, he pours 1,000 cups of coffee a day.
So maybe he's a mass murderer. Well, taste it first. Part of my job.
What are you doing?
Many of your lethal toxins require time to take effect.
So now we just wait for the convulsions to kick in, is that it?
Hey, if he dies, how do we get him out of here?
All righty, it's not poison. Though I certainly wouldn't have a second cup.
Bull's no bodyguard. Tasting coffee? Nobody poisons coffee anymore.
Anymore? I guess that'll be the good old days, huh?
He doesn't have the eye. Me, I smell danger a mile away. A guy walks in. If he's trouble, I spot him right away. Mm-hmm. Something the way he carries himself. Something the way he looks. Now, not everybody can see it, see?
Is that a former wrestler? I don't think it's John Matuzak, who was a football player. He looks familiar, though, like maybe Hacksaw Jim Duggan or... Oh, if you know in the comments if that's just a regular actor or if he's like a former wrestler or football player, let me know.
But I say, I got a trained eye. It's a gift. Hi, can I help you?
I'm just looking around. Can't a guy just look around?
That's gotta be him. That's Burnin' Vernon.
Hey, the worst thing we can do is jump to conclusions.
Anybody seen a Judge Margaret Wilbur?
I think we should jump now.
I'm here to take care of her.
We should jump now.
We don't know enough to jump.
Hey, you sell lighter fluid?
Look, people don't want their feet washed, you can't wash people's feet against their will. Leave them alone.
A Mother Teresa joke.
$50 and time served.
Oh, no.
Next case. I like the way the old hanging judges presided. They could reach a decision just by looking at somebody. Guilty.
Look what I got here. It's actually Night Court Season 1. This set looks a lot like that. I wonder if they used the exact set or if they just replicated it. I haven't seen this in years. I watched it, I think when it came out. I watched it when it came out. It was like Thursday night. You had Family Ties and then Night Court. No, I'm wrong. It was Cheers, then Night Court. So Cheers, Night Court. In fact, one of the dumbest jokes I say that I crack up over that is when somebody says Cheers, I go Night Court, and no one ever gets that joke. But anyway, I have this. It's Season 1. That's all I have. I keep meaning to watch it because Night Court had its own style. It was its own thing. I haven't seen a ton of shows quite like Night Court in that it was just a lot of one-liners, one-liner, especially in the courtroom scenes. That the judge on Night Court, it's on here, Harry Anderson. He was a comedian that was also kind of how did I put it? He was on Cheers for a little bit before he was on Night Court. And he was a guy that he played a con artist on Cheers. He was always getting them, how should I say that, in trouble. He'd always con them out of something, and every time they thought they got the best of him, he got the better of them. Because I've seen quite a bit of Cheers. I don't think I've seen everything in Night Court, but I probably have seen the whole first season of Night Court. I just, like I said, it was in the 80s last time I watched it. So yeah, and I'm looking at the set, and yeah, it looks like the same set. Anyway, I've talked too long.
Order in this court.
You actually say that? Do you know objection sustained? I love this.
What's the charge?
Assault and battery, Your Honor.
You are so strict.
Why is that man bleeding?
He was struck on the head with a cast iron skillet.
Why?
Well, look at him, Judge. He's a suspicious-looking, obvious criminal, burning type.
Who's the arresting officer? You want to see where I work? You just come visit.
Actually, Your Honor, these men are just accessories.
Where's the perpetrator?
I got busted.
Hold it. First of all, she doesn't get tried in this court. She gets tried in juvenile court. And she doesn't get tried at all because I can't believe she did anything. You got a report?
Yes, Your Honor. I entered the premises at 6:15 this evening, inquired as to your whereabouts, and regained consciousness approximately 12 minutes later. Whereupon I promptly arrested everybody I saw.
Come on, Judge, it's his word against ours. We're neighbors. We live in the same building. Who are you gonna believe? We're going to the big house, aren't we?
Prison life can be downright inspiring. Wouldn't you say, Vernon?
Hiya, Judge. What's it been? About 6 years?
Boys, I'd like you to meet Vernon McCracken.
Vernon.
Scary dude.
Relax. You won't have to wrestle me to the ground or anything.
Thank you. Judge, I'm here because I want you to send me back to prison. They're waiting for my second book. And I can't write on the outside. Freedom is much too distracting. In prison, there was a creative community. And there was a guy named Ice Pick Izzy, who was the best darn editor a fella could ask for.
You got writer's block, and you want me to send you back to jail?
Please. I miss Izzy.
No can do, Vernon.
But I'm booked on the Today Show. Brian Gumbel's gonna ask me about my next book. You know he will. And I got nothing to tell him. He'll tear me to shreds, Judge. You gotta put me away before 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I can't send you back in for no reason.
How about if I kill you?
You're an arsonist, not a murderer.
People change. I changed in prison. I traded burning things down for writing books. Whatever's creative.
I tell you what. Supposing I could arrange for you to go back in 3 mornings a week. You could work with the inmates. They could benefit from your example.
Starting tomorrow.
7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you. I couldn't face Bryant. He's so scary.
Hey, Judge, thanks for convincing a cop to drop those charges.
I figured felony assault wouldn't look good on Nicole's college application.
Probably.
Well, anyway, now you don't have to worry about burning anymore, huh?
I was never worried.
You were worried when I wanted to stay with you. You were afraid something might happen to me.
So?
So you were afraid.
I was afraid for you.
Because you love me.
You love all of us. Tell me you love me.
Yick.
Come on, George, face it. You are a member of this family, and that scares the hell out of you.
But we care about you, and we're always going to be around to protect you. What do you think of that?
I've had worse threats.
And there you have it. This episode was called Playing with Fire. As I mentioned earlier, I was wondering if there would be a swerve or not. And the swerve was the guy really wasn't that dangerous. He was probably acting a little dangerous just to get himself thrown back in prison, which she rightfully said no. So, yeah, good episode. An interesting take and throwback to the show Night Court. I do not know if Night Court was still on. Show was out. Maybe I'm trying to think if she died while Night Court was still going, or if she died after. So it's possible Night Court might have still been on at the time. If that's the case, this set probably is the Night Court set. And Bull Shannon, I forget what his real name is. He's always good. So hope you liked it. Don Gibb. Don Gibb was Officer Eugene, so I thought maybe it was a professional wrestler. I don't remember a Don Gibb wrestling. He really did kind of look like that Jim Dugan, the one with the 2x4. I watched both the eras. I watched the Hogan era and the Attitude era quite a bit. There was a bit of a gap in between where I did watch a little WCW. That was when the whole NWO thing came out, and it was like, hey, there's something going on in WCW, you know. And of course, when I was growing up, I watched Portland wrestling, where they had Roddy Piper and Playboy Buddy Rose, and they had Rick Martel. So I did watch some Portland wrestling. Anyway, I was kind of thought it might be a wrestler or some sort of actor that was known for being a tough guy, but I guess not. Anyway, if you like this, hit like or subscribe, yada yada yada. Until I see you next time, have a blessed